G'day, it's Jamie, and welcome to Where's My Yowie. Today, I'm reading an old newspaper report about a thylacine poisoning at the Dargo High Plains in Gippsland, Victoria in 1922. So we'll get into it. This was published in Sydney's The Sun on Sunday, the 22nd of January, 1922. Titled, The Bunyip, Victorian Discovery, Puzzled Experts. Just as regularly as the stories of the sea serpent, reports drift in from remote parts of Australia about strange animals. Sometimes it is a wild hairy man, sometimes a tiger-like beast, and sometimes a bunyip, a convenient word with a very elastic meaning. Usually the thing itself proves fully as elusive as the sea serpent. Some months ago, there were persistent reports about an unknown animal that had been working great havoc amongst the sheep on the Dargo High Plains, a mountainous region in the wild backcountry of Gippsland in Victoria. Finally, news reached Mr. A.S. Lessouf of the Taronga Park Zoo that the creature had been poisoned. From the description, it appeared to bear some resemblance to the Tasmanian Tiger, or Thylacine, which is known on the mainland only in a fossil state. It was, however, described as larger and more thick-set than a tiger, but was apparently not a dingo, nor a cross between a dingo and some species of dog. Mr. Lessouf was about to leave for London at the time, and the Dargo High Plains is not an easy place to reach. It is over 50 miles away from a railway station over a rough road. At Christmas, however, Dr. Brooke Nichols of Melbourne visited Dargo and found that the story had a very solid foundation. He secured the skull of the animal, and a scientific examination of the remains is expected to give interesting results. The end. This is really interesting, this. So they're saying a bad resemblance to a Tasmanian tiger, Thylacine, and they described the butt as it was larger and more thick-set than the tiger. And they're saying it wasn't a dingo and it wasn't a cross between a dingo and some species of dog. And I looked and looked for a follow-up story for this, and I could not find anything at all about what happened to this skull. And then I just want to talk about Dr. Brooke Nichols, who grabbed the skull and took it to the university to have it examined. His full name was Edward Dunham Brooke Nichols. He was born in 1877 and died in 1937. He was educated at the University of Melbourne, a Doctor of Dental Science, and did original work in dental anatomy, but gave up dentistry for writing. He became a director of the Melbourne Zoo and a founder of the Guild League of Bird Lovers of Victoria. He was a pioneer cinematographic photographer in the Australian outback. Two of his films, The Living Heart of Australia and Great Barrier Coral Reef, was shown commercially in 1923. He was a literary naturalist who wrote articles for the Emu, the Melbourne Herald and other newspapers and magazines, and he gave broadcasts for the Australian Broadcasting Commission in the late 1920s. It's really interesting what this guy did, but I'd love to know what happened to this skull of this thylacine that they think they found. Okay, that's it for me. I'll get back to you all next time. Bye.